Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Gabby. If you are new here, I make videos about social work, business, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in those topics, then definitely subscribe because you want to stay in touch. All right, so in this video, this is gonna be for my people out there who are preparing to enter into their Masters of Social Work program. I get a question a lot from people that wanna know how prepared should they be when they enter into their MSW program, particularly when it comes to what area they want to study, what they want their niche to be. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I think it's very important to find your niche when you're doing social work, just so you can have more focus. But anyways, people want to know, should I know what my niche is in social work from the very beginning before I enter into my MSW program? Or is it okay if I am not that clear when I'm starting my program? I want this video to be hopefully a sense of relief for people and just to let people know the process and how this all works out. To answer your question at the very beginning, no, you do not need to know your niche when you're entering into your program. At the very beginning, people are not really expecting that you're gonna know exactly what area of social work you wanna focus in. A lot of people who enter into an MSW program are pretty young. Maybe they don't even have any career experience. So with that in mind, the program is going to structure it in a way to where it allows you to get the basic understanding of social work before they want you to declare your focus area or the track that you want to go in. And even if you're not young, there are a lot of people who enter into a master's program and an MSW program because they want to make a career transition. Maybe they've been doing finance for 10 years and now they just want to go into a new career, and they've always been passionate about making a difference, so they're interested in moving into social work. So for those people, it also is probably not likely that they're going to know exactly how they want to help people, or if they want to be a macro social worker, they want to do direct practice, they want to work with youth, they want to do therapy. They're probably not really going to know. They probably have this basic idea that, you know, they want to use social work practices and ethics to make a change, but they don't really know how. That's pretty common. I would probably say more than 50% of people who enter into an MSW program don't have a clue in what exactly they want to focus in. It is totally normal, you guys. I know a lot of people who may be type A personality like myself. You're probably a big planner. You like to have all of your ducks in a row, and it just helps you to feel comfortable, right? Like me, I don't feel comfortable unless I have a plan. But sometimes you just don't have all of the information needed to make a sound decision. And that's often how people are at the beginning of their MSW program. So it's totally okay for you to not know what you want to do at the very beginning. Most people maybe even think they know at the very beginning what they want to do, like myself. I probably shared this with you guys in other videos, but I thought I wanted to do therapy, more direct practice work. I was kind of going back and forth, like a part of me wanted to do that, but then another part of me was like, oh, I heard of this macro thing. I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool. For the most part, I wanted to do direct service. But, you know, then I actually got into my program. I had a field placement that allowed me to do direct service, and I kind of learned that that wasn't for me. But yeah, things changed. I thought I knew what I wanted, and I found out that that wasn't what I wanted at all. So if you are confident or you feel very secure in what you want to do within social work, you know, I tell you to just have an open mind. If you have some type of career experience or on the ground experience that helps you to feel confident in whatever you are feeling you want to focus in, that's great. You know, of course, still keep that in mind and still keep that level of focus, but also be open to other opportunities and learning about other things too. I know in some MSW programs, you have the opportunity to do a field placement for both years that you're in the program. So maybe for 1 year, do something that you at the time think you want to do, or work with the population or for an organization that is aligned with what you feel you want to do. And then for the other year, maybe do something different, or do your field placement somewhere that you're kind of interested in, but you don't know for sure if it's for you. That way, when you do graduate and you decide what your niche is, you feel confident in knowing that it's a good choice because you also tried out something that you were playing with or an idea you were toying with and discovered that your first idea was better. So I always, especially when you're like in school and in an environment that's meant to expose you to different things, I'm all, for the school of go out there, explore, and see what your options are. I will say, if you are someone who's pretty secure in what the choice is that you want to study, or like what your niche in social work is at the beginning of your program, that can be a big positive for you because that means you're already going to be focused and you can make sure that you tailor your experience to whatever you're trying to learn for your specific niche. So you can take the proper classes, you can get the proper experience at your field placements, so you can put those on your resume, and it can just help you to ensure that you can get your ideal job in whatever your niche is after you graduate. You can really get out of your MSW program what you need to get out of it, if that makes sense. Whatever skills, whatever experience, whatever networking opportunities you need to get from people who are working in the field that you're interested in, this route would probably be more ideal or would make the most sense for someone who has years of experience in a certain area or particular volunteer experience or experience with a certain population. Those are probably going to be the ones that would benefit the most from being very focused and tuned in on one area at the beginning of their MSW experience and beyond. But if you're young, you don't really have that much experience, I would say be open, even if you think you know exactly what you want to do, because you may be surprised. And also remember that in an MSW program, that first year typically is set up to be your foundation year. So everyone in the program, no matter what area they're interested in, whether they're doing macro or direct practice, they usually have to take those foundational or core classes during that first year. So you don't have to feel like you need to rush to choose a niche at the very beginning, because during the first year, you're gonna have to be taking those core classes anyway. Right before your second year is going to be more important for you to start thinking through and narrowing in on what area you want to focus on. Because for the second year, you are going to have to declare the track that you want to do and also the classes that aligns with that track. If you're going to stress out, I would say reserve that stress for the end of your first year instead of before you enter into your program, because there's going to be so many other things you need to prepare and worry about. Don't stress too much about your niche at the very beginning. Just focus on getting in the correct mental headspace, getting your finances together, because you will have to balance your finances in a different way when you go to grad school, especially if you're not planning on working while going to grad school. You need to get all of your documents in order. You need to make sure you have all of your books. And if you're going to be doing the whole online grad school program, you need to make sure you're oriented on that system. So there's so many things you need to worry about. Don't spend all of your energy worrying about, oh my gosh, what is my niche going to be? What classes do I need to take? I think one reason people may freak out about this is because right before your first year, you do have to figure out what you want your field placement to be in. So maybe folks are like, oh, I need my field placement to be something that I'm going to ultimately study in or in a direction that I'm going to go in. But it doesn't need to be. You can spend your first year field placement at an organization that you're simply curious about and want to learn more about. Just try not to get too stressed out about finding your niche at the very beginning. You can worry about that after your first year. And also, one thing I would encourage you to do during your first year, if you're not totally clear about what your niche is to take advantage of those opportunities to talk to your professors, interview your professors, learn about the different work experiences that they've had and the pros and cons of those, experiences. Also, take advantage of the supervisors and other colleagues that you're going to work with at your field placement. Do different informational interviews with them. Start to learn what different jobs are out there. See if you can see yourself in the position of working in those jobs in the future. And also, you're going to have some classmates who've already gained years of experience in social service work before they get into their MSW program. Or maybe they have a BSW and they've been working as a social worker for 5 years. Get to know your classmates and their career paths and career journeys as well, because maybe one of your classmates have had the exact career that could be a great fit for you in the future. So definitely use that first year to explore and to talk to as many people as possible about their experiences. And even remember that a lot of people who graduate from grad school or their MSW program, they still might not know exactly what their niche is. Even then, they may need a few years in the field to play around, have different full-time jobs to figure it all out. That's totally fine. Honestly, I was a part of that camp. I was pretty confused when I graduated. I actually went and taught in Korea. A lot of you already know this, for 1.5 years just to live life and figure it all out, because I was one of those people who went right into grad school after my first degree. And I don't know if I necessarily recommend that, to be honest, because I feel like it would have probably been better for me if I would have gotten my bachelor's degree, taught abroad, and then came back and finished my MSW. Because I did have a lot of confusion after I got my degree, because I really didn't have that life experience to help me figure out the direction I wanted to go in. That life experience is also so important. If you're young and you're going into your MSW program, please don't worry about having it all figured out. Just use that time to explore the classes, the experiences you have, all the people you meet and network with are going to help you to inform the next direction in your life. But of course, like I do in my other videos, I also want to stress how important it is to not be directionless or to explore forever. There is going to be a time where you do have to really sit down and figure out what area you want to predominantly focus in. But I think it is beneficial to start narrowing in on that eventually. So that's why I do what I do and provide coaching services for anyone who does need help and someone to support them through that process of narrowing in on the niche or the dream career path that is best for them. Check out the different coaching services that I offer and maybe you and I can connect. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope it helped to give some of you guys out there a little peace in knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out at the beginning of your MSW experience. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you do have any questions or anything else to add, please leave it in the comment section below and we can chat there. And on that note, I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, see you soon.